July 2nd, 2017. Apologize for my absence. Had a lot going on this week as usual. I think that's how I start off every video I do. But anyways, I've had a lot of time to think about this, go over the photos. I think I've been pretty thorough. I know there's a lot of still unanswered questions for a lot of people, but I feel we don't have a whole lot of time to stick on just a sun simulator. So I guess over the next month, I'm going to start shifting this in a different direction, and how other things link to this. We're going to maybe touch on different things, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to do the videos yet. I think I'm going to do, whatever subject we're talking about. I'll show you some photos on that subject, some real photos that you probably wouldn't see anywhere else. And then, as usual, I always do maybe a little update for you guys with the sun simulator because of the photos I can get. I think that would be pretty fair, common ground. But there's so much more information that we need to go over that is so much more important about than just the sun. Because I believe they are gonna try pulling their crap here real soon, and I want at least the 217 people I know to be prepared, and their families to be prepared, even physically, but more mentally, so you know what you're up against. Because I think we're going to be facing more of a mental battle than a physical battle. I think maybe sometime in the future it may be a little more physical, and things may be a lot harder. But I already see it, especially on YouTube. It's really being pushed, and kind of makes me angry. See, the sun simulator is a simulated sun, and I'm going to show you some photos of the Russian fake star that's supposedly the size of the loaf of bread, but it disrupts all other stars and any other light source near it. And I believe these things are already up. I think people were calling it like the southeastern star a few months back, and it was a pretty bright star, and it was really strange. People were getting some really strange photos of it. Well, I think that was already this fake star. I think the moon is about the same as the sun, but I think it's on a lot smaller scale, possibly. See, they're simulating everything that God made. They're working on simulated humans as we speak with AI, and robotics and all that. They messed around with the human cloning. We all know about the human cloning, so I don't have to really get into that. So they're trying to create, or copy, I should really say, anything that God has created. See, they can't create, they can only copy. And their copies are pretty sloppy, if you ask me. I mean, look at the sun, look at the moon, look at the stars, look at the sky. It's all garbage. Their simulations are a joke compared to God's. And I see a lot on YouTube, simulated reality, this and that. And I've been thinking about this for a long time, ever since I started studying D-Wave and CERN and all that. And I'm very sharp on transhumanism too. I believe this is going to be a problem in the later future. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to let everybody buy into this simulated reality, because it answers everybody's questions about the flat earth, round earth, all this stupid stuff that leaves truthers arguing or not agreeing or seeing eye to eye. When true respect comes when somebody has a different opinion than you or a different thought than you, and you can respect it and have your own thoughts without arguing, disagreement. See, if everybody thought like that, we'd be able to put our pieces of truth together and figure this puzzle out a lot faster. We are not living in a simulated reality. It may seem like we are, but what it is you're becoming more awake, more aware. You know, back a long time ago when Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and everywhere they went, they walked with God. We used to have that ability to communicate with our Creator, but through chemicals in our food, you know, poor eating, self-absorbed work, pleasures, drugs, alcohol, sex, all this stuff has clouded our visions. TV, computers, just all this stuff, our water, our air, now our sunlight, of course. All this was designed to break us away from that. They've been doing this for centuries to break us away from this. They don't want us communicating with the Creator. Now, what's their agenda? You can find that research out on your own. I don't need to get into it. Most people that are on this channel are very awake and aware of all that stuff, so I don't have to get into it. But if you're one of these people that possibly think we are living in a simulated reality and the Earth is a simulation and we're a simulation, you got it wrong. I know it can seem like that. It can seem like that a lot, but this is part of the Great Deception. It's going to kind of start with our laptops, our smart TVs, our smartphones, and that's the kind of push they need for us to buy into the simulation thing, because that's what our minds are so used to, is how the computer works and what's uploading, and you know, communicating with the TV and telling it what to do, and all this voice text and all this stuff is building up to it. It is creating a simulation of our reality. They're duplicating everything on this earth, including you, and they're going to use it against you. See, this is the beast system. This is what it's all about. Now, if you're living in a simulated reality, would you care so much if you hurt somebody or did something wrong? It's a simulation. What does it matter? Do what thou wilt. Isn't what they say? The whole of the law. Aleister Crowley, the most wickedest man in the world. How can you get a Christian to do that? Well, put in a simulation. What does it matter? It's a simulation. It's not reality. These are things you need to think about. The sun simulation and the sky being manufactured is very important. It's important for our health and our well-being. The sun is very important to us. I was thinking too, now we have a second sun, or we have a sun simulator, and our real sun has been deleted out of the sky by chemtrails. Chemtrails are so thick that we don't really see our real sun. I believe our times are all messed up. I mean, we could be, right now it's 20 minutes to 10 o'clock p.m. But if we were seeing our real sun when we're supposed to, would it really be 10 o'clock, quarter to 10? See, we don't know this. A lot of people will get, they'll think the sun rises, they'll get video of a sunrise at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, this could be two things. This could be our sun peeking through the chemtrails. There could be a clarity in our sky where the sun actually does break through, or this could be a glitch in our sun simulator. Either way, we know where there's a sun simulator up there. It shouldn't be doing that, but I'm really starting to tend to believe that they got our days all mixed up. I think they've been, they can, I mean, we might be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for all we know. I mean, I don't think they could really manipulate it too far, but I'm sure they can manipulate it within hours, after so much time. Now, how are they doing all this? I'm not exactly sure, but they have hacked into our reality somehow, and that's what people are buying into this simulation. They've learned to do things, and I think it has something to do with CERN, and I think they're getting their answers from D-Wave on how to do it, and they're fucking with people, and they're fucking with their heads, and like the Mandela effect, this quantum pollution. They're screwing with you. They want you to think this is a simulated reality. They want you to buy it. This is part of the Great Deception. Well, have a good week.